Hello and good morning dear students. Welcome back to the online class. Today is 27th of April, that is today is Tuesday, and today we are starting. Yesterday we have finished our linear equations and today we are starting with a new chapter, that is chapter number 1, GST, and the full form of GST we know it is Goods and Services Tax. Okay, so basically GST is tax that we have to pay to the government, and all of us, all the citizens of India, we have to pay GST to the government. Alright, now how will we pay GST? Actually, you know, whenever you go for a restaurant, you go, or you go in Inox, you go in a movie hall theater, anywhere you go, we are always paying GST to the government. Okay, so with this GST, they'll collect the GST and then the funds will be transferred, whether to state government or whether to central government. Okay. Now, basically GST, there will be two types of GST we will be learning in this chapter, and there are two types of GST as well. Okay, one is intra-state and the other one is interstate. Okay, so you have to go to the words. Intra means within the state. Are you understanding my point? Within the state. And inter means from one state to another. Try to make it as simple as possible. You just understand what is GST. GST is tax that you have to pay to the government. Okay, how we'll pay? A rate of GST will be given to us and we'll calculate GST. On that basis, we have to pay to the government. Either we have to pay to the state government or either we have to pay to the central government. Okay, it depends upon the transaction, which transaction it is, whether it is intra-state or whether it is interstate. Am I clear? So intrastate means, please note down, it means within the state. The transaction is happening within the state. Alright. Interstate means from one state to another state. Example, for an example I have taken out here, from Delhi to West Bengal, or from Delhi to Rajasthan, or from Mumbai to another state. Okay, so from one to another it is inter, within is intra. Okay, so please pause the video, note it down till here. Alright, let's proceed. So I hope you are clear with GST and two types of GST, intra and inter. Intra means within, inter means from one to another. Okay, and how will we calculate? We will be calculate on the basis of these two. We will see first whether it's intra or whether it is inter. Now, if the case is intra, then how will I calculate my GST? If the case is intrastate, boys, then remember that we will be calculating two GSTs. One is known as SGST, the other known as CGST. Okay, you just have to add S and C. Now SGST stands for State Goods Service Tax. CGST stands for Central Goods Service Tax. Okay, example, let's take an example. If the rate of GST is 18%, if the rate of GST is 18%, and then the case is intrastate, then I'll have to divide. In that case, in the case of intrastate, what you'll do is you'll divide 18 by 2. What is 18 by 2? 9. CGST will be 9% and SGST will also be 9%. 9% of what? 9% of that selling price. Of selling price. Here also of selling price. Okay, this is in case of intra. If the rate of GST is 18%, the rate of GST will be divided by central government as well as the state government. Okay, so we have to pay the money to central as well as to state. And how will I pay? With the rate of GST, if it is 18, just divide it by 2, 9%, 9%, 9% SGST, 9% CGST. If the case is inter, example, if the case is inter, out there we don't have to do CGST, SGST. There will only be one GST, that is IGST. IGST is Integrated Goods Service Tax. Okay, and their rate of GST will be 18% only. Okay, here it will be directly 18% of selling price. Am I clear or not? Once again, intra, inter, within, from one to another. If the rate is 18%, you have to divide 9, and here 18 itself. Okay, of what? Of the selling price. Now these things are very important, boys, of the selling price. Remember that one important note out here, GST is always calculated on the selling price, not on the marked price. Remember that it is always calculated on the selling price. Now in detail we'll learn when we do the exercise what is selling price. Okay, MRP given, discount given, we will have to find the selling price. Am I clear? So far this much. GST is always calculated on selling price. Two types: inter, intra. Inter means within, inter means from one to another, intra means within, inter means from one to another. In intra, just see the difference. In intra, the rate of GST will be divided equally. In inter, you have to pay the full rate of interest or the GST. Am I clear? So please pause the video, note it down. All right. Now let us start with exercise 1A. Exercise 1A, page number 8. Please read the question yourself. The question is, for the following transaction within Delhi, fill up the blanks and find the amount of the bill. Okay, for the transaction within Delhi. So within Delhi means within the state. So within the state means intra-state. So the case out here is, the case is, you can write down, the case is intra-state within Delhi. Am I clear or not? Within Delhi means intra-state. So intra-state means there will be CGST, there will be SGST, the rate of GST will be divided equally. Okay, that we have learned. Am I clear? Now, few things. The question says, if the MRP is 12,000, if discount is given 30% on this MRP and the rate of GST is 18%, the question asks you, find discount, how much discount given, find the selling price, find CS and IGST, and find the final amount of bill. Okay, step by step we are going to do. So since the case is intra, we have verified the case. MRP is this much, discount is given. So number one, discount. How much is discount? 30% is a discount. So discount, we can easily calculate. We have already done this. Discount means 30% of 12000. 30% of 12,000. Okay. So which means 30 by 100 into 12,000. You cancel it. 0000. 3 12s are 36. So rupees 3,600 will be the discount. Am I clear or not? Easily you can calculate. So what is the discount? Rupees 3,600. Please mark this, question number 1. Discount is this. Number 2 we need to find is the selling price. What is the MRP? MRP was 12,000. How much discount you are getting? 3,600. So what will be the selling price? The selling price will be 12,000 minus 3,600. Am I clear or not? Whatever you get, that will be the selling price, which means the selling price will be 8,400. Answer number 1, answer number 2. So this is your selling price. 8,400 is our selling price. Remember that it is the selling price, and we always know GST is always calculated on the selling price. Remember that whenever we calculate GST is always calculated on the selling price. Okay, number 1 done, number 2 done. Now we'll do number 3. Please pause the video and note it down. All right, let us proceed. Now I have found discount, I have found its selling price, and now I have to calculate the GST. Remember that GST is always calculated on the selling price. What is the selling price? 8,400. 8,400 is the selling price. We have to calculate GST on this price. What is the rate of GST? 18%. Okay, what is the case? The case is intrastate. If the case is intrastate, the rate of GST will be equally divided. So 9% of selling price will be CGST and 9% of selling price will be SGST. Okay, so we'll have to calculate two GSTs. SGST 9% of 8,400. Why 9? I hope you are clear, because the case is intra. 18 by 2 is 9. So 9% of selling price, 8,400. You calculate, you will get rupees 756. And similarly 9% of 8,400 will be CGST, we'll get the same amount. So this is your GST, CGST, SGST. For an example, you are the person who are buying this product. Okay, am I clear or not? How much you have to pay? You're also getting discount of 13%. So what will be the cost price for you? This the selling price for the dealer will be how much? 8,400. He'll sell you at 8,400. So we are buying at 8,400. This was the discount, okay, and this was my cost price. So when I have to pay, GST will be in this price, 8,400. That is this. So this you are paying to state, and this you are paying to central. Am I clear? Now comes IGST. So what is your IGST? IGST out here will be 0, because IGST is calculated only in interstate transaction. Am I clear? So IGST will be 0. And now finally I have to find the amount of the bill. Amount of the bill. What will be the amount of bill? So amount of the bill will be rupees. See, amount of the bill means how much you have to pay now, how much you have to give. 8,400 you have to give. This too you have to give only. Okay. Plus you also have to give this 756 and 756 as well. This is your CGST. The other one is your IGST. Am I clear? So total amount you have to pay will be rupees 9,912. So this is the total amount of the bill. The selling price plus the GSTs. These are the extra money that we are paying. Okay. Am I clear? So please pause the video and note it down till here. Alright, let's move ahead with question number 2. Now question number 2 says that given the MRP is 50,000, discount percent 20%, rate of GST 28%, and the transaction is happening from Delhi to Jaipur. So we know Delhi and Jaipur, they are not in the same state first of all. So hence the case is interstate from one to another. The moment it is interstate, the rate of GST will be 28 only, and we have to calculate IGST. Okay. So MRP, discount, rate of GST given. The case is inter. Number one, answer number one, discount. What will be the discount? Discount is 20%. 20% of 50,000 will be 10,000. This much you are getting discount on this MRP. So what will be the selling price? Selling price will be 50 minus 10, 40,000. Okay, this is my selling price. So in this selling price, the GST will be calculated. GST will be calculated on this selling price. Am I clear? Since the case is interstate, they won't be CGST and SGST. So CGST, SGST, 0. But there will be IGST. IGST, since it is 28, it remains as 28. So 28% of what? 28% of the selling price. So 28% of 40,000 means 28 by 100 into 40,000. Make the cancellation, you will be getting 11,200. So this is the extra money that we are paying. Am I clear? Now, what we need to do now? We also need to find the amount of the bill. So amount of the bill. Amount of the bill will be how much? Rupees 40,000 so you have to pay, which is the selling price of the dealer, plus IGST, which is 11,200. So as a total you will have to pay 51,200. Am I clear or not? So this is the final amount of the bill. Okay, so I hope you are clear with GST now. This was the introduction class. We have learned about GST, two types, intra. Intra means within, inter means from one to another. In intra, SGST, CGST. In inter, only IGST. And we also learned that GST is always calculated on the selling price. Okay, so with this note and with the second question, we'll end today's class out here. What you will do now? You will not just see this video and then finished. You will do the same thing which I have done out here, which I have taught out here on your copies. Write down your name, your date, roll numbers, okay, section, and then send it to me by tomorrow. I'll wait only till tomorrow. I won't be waiting for day after tomorrow and the next month. Okay, I'll be waiting only till tomorrow, and then only you'll get your marks. Otherwise I'll put 0 straight away. Okay, and then tomorrow we'll start with question number 3 onwards. Am I clear? Your assignments for today is to complete question number 1, question number 2 along with the introduction which I've given, and send it to me by tomorrow. Okay, so thank you and bye bye. I'll see you tomorrow.